Yes, I want stories. Once again, yes, I want stories that focus on LGBTness. After all, Queer Fudanshi, hello. Hi, welcome to Queer Fudanshi, where I share LGBTQ and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. My name is Devin, and welcome to Monday, which is the Random Talk, where I pick a random conversation to have with you guys. And today's video, we're going to be talking about Power Rangers. Specifically, what we're going to talk about is that last Friday, if you guys aren't continued readers, last Friday, up here, I talked about, briefly, the whole conversation of Trini being a gay character. And all of the reviews that I could find either didn't talk about it at all, maybe like talked about it for one sentence, or talked about it and said that it was inconsequential, right? So I reported on that, but I just saw the movie yesterday, put up a blog post, link in the description, and after seeing the movie, I have to take back what I said. And then I thought, you know what? Let's have a conversation about this. I don't want to get into spoilers of it, so if you haven't seen Power Rangers, I recommend it. But I do admit that I had bias because I was a Power Rangers fan growing up. So my review may have been skewed because of that. But I thought it was a very good film. Action-y, dark and edgy, surprisingly for an all-family film, but still very humorous and a little bit corny. So it's worth the watch. The conversation that I want to have with you guys is, what makes an LGBT character noteworthy? What makes good representation? And for you guys who are BL fans, who like yaoi and all that, you can also join in this conversation. Open circle, guys. Come in. Let's talk. Now, yes, Trini's being an LGBT character is only mentioned in just one part of the movie. One scene. I already had the thought thinking like, okay, yeah, just because the whole conversation of LGBT-ness isn't the focus of the movie doesn't mean that she is any less of an LGBT character, right? But at the same time, I felt that like, but does this really make her an LGBT character if it's really just one little line, one little reference to it, as the conservatives would like to say? We're just throwing in diversity for diversity's sake, right? I don't think so after seeing the movie. I think that really and truly it did define her as a character. When I saw that scene, it was very impactful, I thought. I thought that it was very emotional and very raw and very well delivered. And though the rest of the film isn't about that, I mean, it's an action film, right? It's an action film. It's about the team getting together, fighting Rita Repulsa, aka Elizabeth Banks. And like, her sexuality has nothing to do with it. And yes, that makes a part of her, but that's not all of her. You know, sometimes I think that I forget LGBT fans forget that, you know, a character's LGBT-ness doesn't have to be their defining thing. In fact, we want the opposite. We want a character that, yes, is LGBT, but has other stuff going on with them. Now, I hope that in future films, they can at least lightly touch on it. I understand this is a family film, so we don't want to, like, focus too hard on sexuality, but at the same time, if you're gonna focus on the straight relationships, you better focus on Trini's. That's all I'm saying. Another conversation that kind of adds into this is like the whole, and this brings in the yaoi BL fans. Hi, let's talk. But essentially the whole conversation of Yuri on Ice. Remember Yuri on Ice? I had that whole entire like reaction when episode 7 came out. Link up here. Please, Lord, don't watch it, but okay, if you do. And I was really like, oh my god, they're gay, yay. But at the same time, I was really worried, like, is this going to be queerbait? Are they going to queerbait us? Is this not really a gay situation, right? And I was kind of justifying my own fears and projecting onto the story, right? I was saying, like, no, this isn't real gay representation. I'm worried it's not really that, right? But then the anime number 6, right, up here, which I have not done a video yet. I haven't talked about it because I haven't finished it. I saw the first few episodes at Bishonikon link, but I did not finish it there because I had to go watch a panel. And then on top of that, when I got home, I didn't finish it, so I had to still finish this. But if you guys don't know what number 6 is, it's an anime that isn't hardcore yaoi. It isn't like confirmed major gay romance, but it is very subtle context. I don't say subtext, but I say context because I truly believe this is a gay romance story. Actually, it's very much in your face. It's just they're not like make it out heavy in front of you. But it is very much a gay context to the story. And I'm like, wholeheartedly, this is gay representation, don't you dare try to take this away from me, right? It's funny how I had that different flick of thought where with Yuri and Ice, I was like, is it gay romance? I really want it to be, but I'm not so sure. I don't want them to queerbait me. And then with number 6, I'm like, this is gay romance. Don't you even try to tell me otherwise. So I'm like, what's the difference? What is the difference when I'm really looking for LGBT-ness in a gay representation? That took a while. Ultimately, life is complicated. Humans are complicated. I have different thoughts and perspectives. I may think that one anime is great representation and the other one I'm not so sure about. But at the end of the day, for me, I just want to see LGBT-ness on screens. And pages, I guess. But LGBT-ness, there's no definition for that, you know? Like, yes, it could be about sexuality, but yes, it could also just be about, I don't know, LGBT life and culture. It could be about just characters who happen to be LGBT and have other stuff going on with them. LGBT representation is complicated, and we're still figuring that all out. I mean, maybe never will. I guess that's my thought, is that for LGBT-ness, as long as we're trying to get LGBT characters in there, we can have the conversation of, is this good representation or not? And I hope you guys will be here with me to have that conversation. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on this conversation, I know it was a little jumbled, but let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to keep this conversation going on with you. In addition, if you like this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and to subscribe if you haven't already. Queer Fudanshi tries to share LGBTQ and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. So let's get talking. Bye. I gotta repeal, retract. Oh God, what am I, Trump? But no, apparently not, because he can't repeal and retract.